Okay, I'm going to give every one of you a chance right now to keep scrolling because I'm going to give you a warning. What I'm about to share today could offend a lot of you. It could trigger so much in you that you will not like me. You will say, I'm not following this girl anymore. She's mean. She's too rude. She's saying things that hurt me and I don't want to hear it anymore. So I want to give you that big warning because I am going to share things today, and it's never to hurt anyone. It's to wake you guys up. And this is for people who are ready to make changes. This is for entrepreneurs. This is for people who want to find the love of your life. This is for people that have a life and they're looking at it and going, okay, I'm on a hamster wheel. I'm doing the same thing every day. I don't like my life. But you know what? I don't know how to change it. So the buck stops here with excuses, and you got to start to suck it up and look at yourself because it's all about you. So why am I doing this? Putting this at risk where people could have an opinion of me. Well, first of all, when you're a leader, when you're someone who doesn't worry about what other people think anymore, because we're past the 3D programming, it don't matter. You'll lead yourself, you'll stand up, you'll talk about whatever you feel passionate about, and there's not 1 ounce of fear in your body that cares what other people think of you. Okay? You're past that. When you're in 3D, that's all you feel. When you move out of 3D programming, you move into 4 and 5D, you don't have that any longer. It's gone. So you're able to stand up and share whatever you're passionate about because it's who you are, it's authentic, and it's real. And you're not concerned or worried about hurting other people because what you're sharing isn't coming from an intention of hurt. It's actually coming from an intention of giving, growing, helping, evolving, love. That's where it's coming from. So everything else can just fall away. So this is where I've got to bring this information up and get you guys to see it because it's got to be said. Enough with the excuses, the brainwashing, the psyops, the stealthy programming that's going on in everyone's head. And if you don't get told what's going on, if you don't get someone bold enough to say, listen, you can't keep telling yourself the same stories and expect something different. Another reason why I'm sharing this, because I find that so many men and women online are buying program after program after program with coaches. This has nothing to do with the coach. This has to do with the program. They're buying programs, okay? And maybe the information in these programs are great, but they're taking programs and they're never doing anything with them. They're not doing anything with them. They're just getting more information in their head. This is the way the brain keeps you safe. The brain saying you can go get as much information as you want, but you know what? When it comes to you applying the information, I'm not going to let you. So there's a couple things I want to share. I don't want anyone spending money, wasting money. Because if they don't believe in themselves, if they don't believe they're going to do anything with it, if they've got a past history of knowing that they're not, you need to stop buying more programs. Okay? Because I don't want you guys to keep spending money in hoping that one day that you're going to have all these clients buying from you, or you're all of a sudden going to have an income like the coach that you're looking up to and admiring and trying to be in very close proximity with. None of this is going to happen unless you change your frequency. The energetic experience that it's expressing from yourself is what people are going to vibe with. And the only way we change is by doing something. Right? If you don't do anything, you can't change the frequency you're emanating with. You can lie to yourself and say, oh, I got all this information. I know exactly what I'm doing. But is your behavior matching it? No, it's not. I had a great coach once. I had Bob Proctor. I don't know if any of you knew that. He was from the movie The Secret. And I remember one of the things he said, he goes, you don't know anything until you can explain it and teach it to another person. I remember being in a small room with him and I said to him, I know this already. You intellectually know things, guys. You buy programs, you read books, you watch YouTube videos, and you have a lot of knowledge right here. But the thing is you're not doing anything with it. And that's the whole psyop. We don't grow. You cannot change who you are unless you do something. And most people are not doing. And here's some excuses as to how they keep humans stuck from doing, okay? I don't have enough money right now. I can't afford that. I don't have any time. I'm busy doing 15 other programs with 15 other coaches. I'll have to do it next year. Sound familiar? Now, most of you know, at least here intellectually, you know that words cast spells. So when you stop and let's say be the observer of you, take your physical body and put it over there and be pure divine consciousness. and look at yourself. Do you make excuses? I don't have any money right now. I can't afford to do this. I don't have the time. One day I'll do it. Maybe next year. These are the stealthy programs that run in our body that it looks like you're going to do something. You're thinking about doing something, and maybe you will one day, but you won't. Because what you have to understand is there's laws in this universe. Everything is energy. When you say, I can't afford this, you have to understand the rest of your life, you will never be able to afford it. It's never going to change. This is why I'm doing this. I get so friggin' frustrated because you guys have to wake the F up. I love you, but you got to wake the F up and stop thinking something's going to change when you don't. Because it's not going to happen. It's a frequency. You are electromagnetic frequency. When people buy from you, when people buy from me, they're not buying my words. They're buying my energy. They're buying what I am, who I am right now. And I know I'm going to grow again and grow again and grow again. I never think I'm good. I'm done. I'm never going to grow. So when you have people who say, I can't afford this, you're never going to afford it. And if you're honest with yourself, you might have been saying that about almost everything in your life. Because how we do one thing is how we do everything. So you are the one that's casting spells using the laws. Let's say the law of cause and effect, or let's bring in the law of attraction. What you put out, you get back. So if you're going to say, I can't afford this, this is what you're going to get forever in your life. How about this? I don't have enough time. The universe will make sure you never have enough time. Look at your life and see how many times, as this observer, take full responsibility. Most humans don't want to do that. They like to blame. But when you want to become a real good coach, entrepreneur, you have to lead. And the first person you got to lead is you. So you got to be honest. You got to be authentic, and you got to take full responsibility, because your energetic frequency is what is going to go out in there and bring you back what you get. So look at it. Do you find that throughout your life, you've always said, I just don't have enough time. I'll do it later. I don't have any money right now. My bank account has nothing in it. These are casting spells, which are energetic codes. Just picture them all binary, zeros and ones and ones and zeros. And that's the language of the universe. I talked about that last week. There are a lot of people that I know in the coaching industry that aspire to and look up to certain coaches. They have them on this pedestal, which I would really encourage you not to do. They are just human beings like you and me. But they know and they've done things that most humans won't. They're willing to stick out. They're willing to do what most won't do, but they get the success, they get the freedom, they get the happiness, they get what they have. So when you look at another coach or a business or an entrepreneur, or even a celebrity for that matter, do you think celebrities that are really doing well are just sitting in their bed making excuses? I don't want to get up today. I don't feel like practicing today. I don't need a coach. I can do everything on my own. I can't do it today. I'll do it tomorrow. No leader, no successful being at all in this world lives from that point of view. That's why they're different, and that's why they have what most of humanity looks up to. Now, to blow a paradigm, most of you, if you're in business, this shouldn't really blow your mind, but some of you are following me. If you're interested in business, you need to pay attention to this. The stories that we keep us in a narrow paradigm here are our stories. It doesn't mean it's the truth. There are many beings this is $1 billion industry, the coaching industry. So there are people exchanging money every day, transferring $30,000 pay in full payments, $50,000, $400,000 for a year of coaching, because they know that their life will drastically change from the information coming from the coach. And they know that they are the ones who need to change. You can't just buy programs or read books and keep it here and think that that's going to change who you are. You're going up against the cellular memory and your DNA. Your body's not going to let you go. But this is where the money is, and there's lots of it. It's your story that's keeping you back. Where we spend our time is what we manifest. I watch people in the comments over the years of me being in business, and I see it constantly. I can't afford that. I'm a poor person. I'm on a fixed income. I've never been able to do this. I only make this much money. I won't be able to do this. I'll have to save up for a couple years to do this. I see all this. What I need all of you to see And this has nothing to do with if I want you in any of my programs. Take that out. I want you to see you. You're casting spells and you're using laws. You will never have anything outside of the story that you're saying to yourself. So when you constantly say, as an identity, I am on a fixed income, you will always be on a fixed income. I don't have any money right now. You will never have any money right now. This is ongoing. It's the hamster wheel. Now, if you're looking up to a coach or you're looking up to anybody online, you're like, I wish I could make the money they have. I wish I had the life they have. I'm going to go do one of their $80 programs and I'm going to see how much I can change. Well, if you're still thinking that $80 is a lot of money, okay, and you're wondering that you're hoping that you're going to get the $1 million lifestyle that coach is showing you he or she has, come on. There's a lot of growing to do. There's nothing wrong with an $80 program, but you have to understand that where you are is where you are. That's the codes that you're sending out. You cannot put out a frequency of $1 million, a $1 million coach, if you haven't become her or him yet. And the only way to become it is through experience. So you have to invest in yourself. You have to become someone that you're not. And you have to do something you've never done before. You can be honest with yourself that whoever you are aspiring to be, or if you want to have a different life, whether it's money, whether it's the love of your life, whether you want freedom, whether you want health, it's so simple. If you look at a healthy person, they've got some habits, they've got some thoughts, behaviors that address happiness and health. They're not sitting on their ass, they're not eating bags of chips, and they're not hoping to be fit and thin. So that means that you would have to do something different than what you're doing. You'd have to become a different person to have that fit life, to have that healthy life. This is the same thing. How we do one thing is how we do everything. It's energy. You want to have more money in your business. You want to grow your business. You are your business. So you need to grow. So if you're not willing to invest in yourself and you're going to let all these excuses of procrastination keep you where you are, don't think your business in a year is going to change. It won't, because you haven't yet. That's how this works. Energy can't be tricked, guys. I've shared this with you. And what happens is the conscious mind lies. It tells us that we'll do it another day. I promise. Okay, we can't afford this right now. We can afford it in 2 years. You know what? Right now, I'm looking at our bank account and it's showing me I can't afford this. Okay? You never ever make decisions based on the 3D realm. I told you that. I told you you can't base anything on what you're looking at with your 5 senses, because what is that? It's not proof. It doesn't prove to you you don't have any money. It doesn't prove to you that you got to have more time. It's reflecting. It's only reflecting. There's no proof of anything in the 3D. It's reflecting who we're being. So if our bank account doesn't have any money in there, it's our energy, it's who we're being that needs to change. You can't change anything out there. The best investment and the best return on investment is you. And if you're not willing to trust yourself, you shouldn't get into business, because your clients need to trust you. Boom. And energy can't be tricked. So you don't think your clients are going to feel an energetic connection with you? And if you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe you're worth investing in yourself to take yourself to that next quantum leap level, don't think for a second that you're going to attract clients that are ready to do that, because you're not a match. They're going to feel exactly where you are and they're going to run. They're going to say, I can't trust her. It's something about her energy. I don't feel like she's that confident or he's that confident. This is what I'm saying. This is beyond 3D. This is an energetic game. So I'm going to share some really hard things for some of you, but it's real. It's the truth. I'm speaking on behalf of myself, and I'm going to share on my coaches that I've hired, that I've worked with, and what I know they're doing, also the ones that I are friends with. None of them make excuses. Everyone knows if they don't have money in their bank account for the investment, they find the money, because they know it's going to transform them. They know it's always about their transformation. It's not about outside. It's their transformation. You'll never hear them make excuses, tomorrow I'll do it. You'll never see them ever say, no, I'll wait. So you have to start to think, Are you being that person? Are you the type of person in a business that doesn't procrastinate, doesn't put things off, doesn't make excuses? Because this is why those coaches are extremely successful and have a lot of clients, and why you may not. There's a total difference in energy and identity. If you think that next year, when you have more money supposedly, and you have more time, that you're going to do what you're putting off right now, it's absolutely bullshit. I'm sorry, I'm calling it out. Because you haven't changed. What are you going to do between now and whenever that time comes next year? You're going to be the same person walking through the 3D realm. You're not doing anything different. You're being the same person. But yet your mind's convinced you that away from now, because I'm scared to invest in myself right now, I'll put some space between it. I'll put it off until next year. I won't change. I won't do anything different. I'm going to be the same person. But next year, though, I'm going to have the money and I'm going to have the time. Guys, you got to stop lying to yourselves. This is why I'm sharing this. And if this pisses you off, too bad. Because I want the ones who really want a life, a business, to make an impact, to realize, get rid of these excuses. If we have no money in our bank account and we don't go out and sell, how's more money going to get in your bank account? You're still working in the same amount of hours if you have a job. You're still trading your time for money. You're still spending money on whatever it is you need to spend money on right now. So if you have no money now, what would be the difference in a year? What's changed? Are you going to work another job? Are you going to work 4 jobs? Do you hope to win the lottery? Like, what is going to change? This is where I need all of you to understand what your brain is doing. It doesn't want you to change. That's the programming all of us got. They don't want the spiritual side of us to evolve. They want our consciousness to stay the same. And what is most of people's consciousness? Lack, fear. Just stay here, procrastinate, one day, hope. And that keeps everybody in the same spot year after year after year. If you want something different, you need to own that and take responsibility. And just before I go, I want everyone to, again, get what I just said. The 3D, what you look at, your bank account, whether you have clients or not, your business is getting a lot of people asking about your programs or it's not. That is the 3D reflection of you. It is not evidence. It's not proof that you're not good enough. It doesn't prove that you can't have a successful business. And it absolutely is not proof that you can't make this work. There's other people doing it, so can you. The difference between them is who they're being. It's not the knowledge that they've accumulated over years of taking certifications, program after program after program, and reading a shit ton of books. That's great to have knowledge, but who you become is what matters. And the only way our beingness changes is when we do something different. Procrastination keeps you the same. You don't do anything different. So this is what I hope everyone gets. Don't think you're going to get anything new when you're not new. Let's look at Einstein's theory of insanity. We've all heard it. Pay attention. Don't let your conscious mind trick you anymore. Your body, your subconscious mind, is the one that's showing you proof. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to wait. I don't have the money. Maybe next year. I have so much on my plate right now. I just can't make it work. All of you have to own the fact that you can make it work. You do have the money, and you will find the money if it's something you truly want. You don't feel confident in you. You don't believe you can do it. But yet you keep buying programs with people who are extremely successful, hoping that somehow you're going to be as successful as they are. How is that going to happen when you are not changing? Just don't waste your money. You need to change. You need to change your energy, your frequency, and who you're being. That's how it works. Okay, that's it. I just had this big desire to come on here and just kind of go whack, whack. You know what? I'm doing this from my heart. I'm not doing this to hurt anybody. I'm so tired of the excuses. I'm so tired of the pain I see people in who truly want freedom in their life, especially now. They want to have their own business. Or if you're in sales, having your own business and being in sales, you are the one. There's no tap or ceiling with income. You create the income. You have as much as you want. You work when you want. No one's telling you when you can take a vacation or when you can go home or when you can see your family. That's freedom. And there are people that want that. And this is what pisses me off, because the programming in the mind is tricking them into thinking that they're walking their way to success by one day, I'll wait, I don't have any money. You're casting spells. Pay attention to what you're saying to yourself. And if that resonates with a very successful coach, because I'll guarantee you it doesn't, or you would already have it. So just to come around one more time, just to say, in case you're wondering what the difference is between, let's say, the coach that you're looking at and you right now, well, let's look. All coaches that are successful, anyone who's successful, they don't make excuses. They don't say they don't have time, money, or enough anything. When they want something, they find a way to do it. They know that they are the ones that are responsible for their success. They don't blame anything outside of themselves. They don't put things off, and they don't let things bother them. Their emotional intelligence, bang up here. Their leadership skills, way up here. They lead themselves, and they certainly do not look at the 3D as proof that they're not good enough. They don't have money. They don't have time. They don't have clients. They don't look at it. That is for feedback and pivoting. That's it. So if you don't see any of those things reflecting in your own personality, these are the things you have to look at. In case you're going to have your mind kind of lie to you and say, she doesn't know what she's talking about. I do take action. I do what she's saying other successful coaches do. I do that. Okay, well, do you have the business that you want? Do you have the freedom you want? Are you spending more time with your family? Do you have all the clients that you want to work with? Do you have the money and income that you have wanted your whole life? Do you have what you want? And if you don't, if no one's buying from you and you don't have the income you want, then you are, my friend, not doing what these coaches have done and continue to do. But the brain, the mind will lie and say that you are. This is why energy can't be tricked, and neither can the 3D realm, because it's reflecting back only one thing, and that is you. You are the hologram. So if that's showing you don't have what you want, you're not doing the behaviors to get it. So this was a tough video for a lot of you guys watching me, because it will definitely piss off a lot of people, because the ego will get pissed. The ego will say, you know what, I hate her, I don't like her, she's lying, because it's triggering a vibration, a resonance within yourself that you know is true. But the ego doesn't like to be wrong. The ego will find ways to prove you right. And that's the problem. It proves you right that you don't have enough money. It proves you right you don't have enough time. It proves you right you can't be successful. Look you've tried multiple businesses and you keep failing. You don't stay long enough, you quit. It proves you right. So what happens if you get out of your ego? When you start to listen to the real you. Get rid of the imposter. You can do it. But you have to own where you're at and become someone different. And that means you've got to do something you haven't done yet. Walk boldly into the invisible. You'll be very excited what's on the other side.